Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Miss Makeup Junkie here, back with another tutorial. Just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and the comments and the love. I really do appreciate it. So to really get into it, this look is basically an E.L.F. Cosmetics look. I was going through Target during Black Friday and I found the Beauty Encyclopedia. This is a great buy. For $5 you get great products. You get a dual-sided brush. You get a black liner. You also get 2 cream shadows, which can also be a base, 12 beautiful shades, and let me tell you, the color payoff and the pigmentation is right on target for this season, this time of year. So if you're just getting into makeup or you're just a makeup nista and you know the good products out there, pick this up, throw it in your bag. Believe me, it's well worth it. The only thing that could possibly make this better is if this was a mirror, but it's a piece of plastic to protect it, so it's good enough. This is again a E.L.F. cosmetic look. I use all E.L.F. products other than my foundation, which is basically my MAC NC50. Hope you guys love it. I did too. I look great. I feel great. The hair looks great. Love you guys. Alright everyone, let's go ahead and get started. Now what I've done is I've already primed my eyes with this shade right here. It's one of the cream shadows. And also what I did is I took NYX Jumbo White Eye Pencil in Milk. And I basically just dotted the corners just so that when I do put that sort of highlighting shade, it just pops out a little bit more. Now what we're going to do, we're only going to really use about 3 colors in this palette. We're going to go ahead and take this shade right here, and it is basically a really nice bronzy brown, and with a lot of shimmer in it, but not too much that it doesn't look natural for your day look. And again, this is an E.L.F. look. I'm going to take E.L.F. Professional eyeshadow brush, tap on a little bit in there, and basically we're going to take this down 2/3 of the way. As you can see, it almost is like the same color as my skin tone, but it's very shimmery and soft, and again very perfect for a natural neutral day look. I'm going to just take that out. You're not going to go too far down. There you go. Then what you're going to do is with your Crown Royal shadow brush, and this is considerably smaller as you can see, we're going to take the darker color right next to that, tap on a little bit in there. And these shadows are a little powdery, so you definitely have to be very careful, but nonetheless the color payoff is impeccable. And it's worth it, doubly worth it. Okay, we're going to just put that right there on the corner, and then what we're going to do is just tap it into that crease. What I'm going to do is really bring it into there. We're not really cutting the crease, we're just defining it. Big difference there. I'm going to blend up the top a little bit. For me, my brow bone is sort of high. I mean, I do have a lot of space on here, but if you have small eyes, you don't have to blend it all the way up and all the way down, but I usually choose to because I've got so much space in there. As you can see, there we go. Creates a nice little look. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the color that's just above. It's more like a creamy, not so shimmery, not quite matte. I almost want to say satin. It's a creamy brown, and this is just going to be to sort of get rid of that harsh line before we put down our highlighter. Right in there. There you go. It's already softened. We're going to definitely soften out that corner. And this is a good way for sometimes with dark colors it just leaves a harsh line. Take a color that's just about your skin tone and just blend it out. Now as our highlighter, we're going to take this color right in here, which is going to be above our darkest color. Actually, I guess we're using 5 shades in this. I didn't realize I used so many for such a simple look. This is our highlighter, and again, at the brow bone, tap it down, and there you go. And then what you want to do is you want to take this very nice shimmery champagne color is what I want to call it. Tap a little bit of that onto your brush. Again, using the Crown Royal brush. The colors, they wipe off pretty good, so you don't have to worry about cross-contamination. And there you go, your corner. You can see with the white, it definitely adds a little bit of extra pop to it. You know, but it's great. And now continuing on with our e.L.F. look, what I wanted to show you guys is that I did my regular routine with my face. I used my MAC NC50 Studio Fix Foundation. And then this is again from E.L.F. This is E.L.F. Glow Powder, and it's actually in bronzed. And what I did is I took, again, the biggest face brush from E.L.F. from their line. Just tapped a little bit it on. And this is basically, it's a bronzer, but for me, it just works really good. I guess it's just a slightly darker face powder, so it does a lot of contouring, and it just adds some definition to the face where otherwise you don't want to use too much blush. Next, what we're going to do is from the E.L.F., and I think I've used this before, the Blush and Contouring Bronzing Powder. What we're going to do, these two colors, we're going to go ahead and tap that pink on. There you go. Tap, 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 tap. And I do this because I'm going to put some other colors on the eye, but I wanted to just get this out the way and show you a really good way to deal with fallout that I particularly love the E.L.F. products for. There you go. We add some pink, same brush, getting that bronzing. Again, it's not too dark, but again, it adds just enough so that it's not heavy, it's very light, and that's really what we're going for. As you can see, very nice, very subtle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, and this actually came inside the Encyclopedia palette, the E.L.F. Beauty Encyclopedia palette. It's a simple black liner, and it's just, we're going to go on our lash line. And you have to do a couple swipes of this. You know, some products are just like that. I've had some of their other things, and they don't usually work like that. But you know, it's part of a $5 palette. It's a mini, so it may not be the best formulation, but it does what it does its purpose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, this is the sponge that I basically use to apply my foundation. What we're going to do is we're going to take, E.L.F. has a sheer mineral booster, and basically I think it's the best thing to use for fallout. Now I'm going to tap my sponge in onto the powder that I've poured out, and you're basically going to just tap it on here, and I'm going to show you something really cool. Now I've already applied my liner. Now I'm going to go back in with the darker shade, and as I said, it's very powdery, so the fallout, it is there. So we're going to go ahead and take, again, the applicator that came from the palette, tap into that color, and you're going to go ahead and smudge it onto that lash line. There you go. And you're going to also take that color, and you're going to smudge it just at the corner, again, just to add some definition. There you go. And I can already see some fallout, so what we did to prep it is going to be perfect. Now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to take that seam sponge, and we're just going to smooth it out. And it adds a little highlight, but it takes away everything. And then we're going to go ahead and take our blush brush that had, you know, the contouring and bronzer powder, and instead of tapping it back in, just going to fan it out. And as you can see, you probably can't really tell from the video, but it adds a really great highlight that is so subtle for me, because usually highlighters are either too bright or they're too ashy for me. This is just very soft and sheer, hence the name sheer. Now what we're going to do to finish off is our E.L.F. lengthening mascara. Take that. Very pretty. I love this. For it to be only $1, it's a very good mascara. And now for the lips, I've got an abundance of their lip glosses, and we're going to take from their Hyper Shine Gloss Collection Sugar Plum. It's a very sort of mauve-y violet. It adds a nice wash of color without being too pigmented, because gloss should not look like shiny lipstick. You know what I mean? It should just be enough. There you go, guys, and there you have it. The e.l.f. look is complete, and I hope you guys had a great time watching me. Bye.